Welcome. Have you ever heard of a place where longevity is the norm and exceptional health is a way of life? Imagine a community hidden in the majestic mountains of northern Pakistan, where men and women not only live to be 120, but at 80, they still look 40. Welcome to the fascinating world of the Hunza, people whose existence challenges our conceptions of aging and vitality. On this trip, we will discover the secrets of this enigmatic valley, from its unique diet and ancient agricultural practices to its deep cultural and spiritual traditions. Discover how pure glacier water, natural diet, and a harmonious lifestyle contributed to the extraordinary health and longevity of the Hunza. We will explore stories of resilience, ancient wisdom, and a deep sense of community that have allowed the Hunza to thrive in such a challenging environment. Prepare to immerse yourself in a story that combines history, science, and spirituality, revealing how this small mountain community became a symbol of longevity and health. This is an invitation to understand and perhaps incorporate some of the Hunza principles into your own life. Stay with us and discover how the wisdom of the centuries can teach us to live better, healthier, and longer. May God be with you all and see you soon. Have you ever imagined living between 120 to 140 years old? This may seem somewhat biblical, but there are people in the world who reach the age of 120, and surprisingly, at 80, they look like they are 40. Have you ever heard of the people of Hunza, Pakistan? In this video, I'm going to talk a little about them and their mysterious longevity. That being said, please subscribe to the channel and share this video with others. The mystery of the longevity of the Hunza people. Hunza Valley, known as Hunza Plate in Barasan Waki and Urdu, is a mountainous valley located in the northern part of Gilgit-Baltistan region of Pakistan. The valley extends along the Hunza River and is bordered by Ishan to the northwest, Shugar to the southeast, Afghanistan's Wakhan corridor to the north, and China's Xinjiang region to the northeast. The bottom of the Hunza Valley lies at an altitude of 2,438 meters, or 7,999 feet. Geographically, the Hunza Valley is made up of three regions: Upper Hunza, Gojal, Central Hunza, and Lower Hunza, Shinaki. Culture and society of the Hunza people, an ethnic group inhabiting the picturesque Hunza River Valley in northern Pakistan, inextricably linked to its mountainous geography and ancient history. Organized into distinct clans, the Hunza maintain a cohesive and harmonious social structure based on deeply rooted ancestral traditions. Terrace farming is a central practice in the lives of the Hunza, allowing them to farm on steep, mountainous terrain where they grow a variety of foods. This method not only sustains their communities, but also reflects their abilities to adapt to the difficult conditions of the mountain environment. Historically, Buddhism and, to a lesser extent, Bon were the predominant religions in the area. The region is home to several surviving Buddhist archaeological sites, such as the Sacred Stone of Hunza. The Hunza Valley was central to the network of trade routes connecting Central Asia to the Indian subcontinent. Additionally, he provided protection to Buddhist missionaries and monks visiting the subcontinent, playing an important role in the transmission of Buddhism throughout Asia. Before the arrival of Islam, most of the region practiced Buddhism. Since then, most of the population has converted to Islam. The region has many graffiti inscriptions in the ancient Brahmi script, carved into stones by Buddhist monks as a form of worship and cultural expression. With the conversion of residents to Islam, these inscriptions were mostly ignored, destroyed, or forgotten, but are now being restored. Hunza was a former princely state bordered by Xinjiang, an autonomous region of China, to the northeast, and PIR to the northwest. This state existed until 1974, when it was dissolved by Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. To the south, it was bordered by Gilgit Agency, and to the east by the former princely state of Nagar. The capital of the state was the city of Baltit, also known as Karimabad, and another ancient settlement is the village of Ganesh, whose name means village of Baba Ganesh, a Buddhist name. Hunza remained an independent principality for more than 900 years. In the early 19th century, it played a crucial role in the Great British Game. In 1891, the British Empire captured Hunza, prompting ruler Safdar Ali Khan to flee to Kashgar, China. The British installed his brother Mir Nazim Khan, 1892 to 1938, as puppet ruler of the Hunza Valley, although all orders were issued by appointed British officials in the capital. What attracts the most attention of the inhabitants of Hunza is, without a doubt, their physical appearance. This tends to fool most people around the world when they meet someone from this region. Many people confuse the men and women of these tribes because of their incredibly young appearance. If you ask the age of one of these individuals, you might imagine that they are at most 20 or 25 years old, but in reality they are between 40 and 50 years old. According to some reports, there are people who, at 80 years old, look 40. In addition to looking much younger at extremely old ages and reaching those ages in good health, Hunza are also remarkably long-lived. Reports indicate that some individuals in the region can live up to 120 years. It is also speculated that some residents can live more than 120 years, reaching up to 140 years of age. In addition to appearing younger at extremely old ages and achieving such longevity while remaining healthy, Hunza maintain remarkably good health. But what exactly is the Hunza's secret to staying young, living a long life, and staying healthy? It is said that the inhabitants of this region bathe in waters at 15 degrees below zero, play sports until they are 100 years old, and 40-year-old women look like teenagers. It is not unusual for a 65-year-old woman to give birth, as incredible as it may seem. During the summer, their diet consists of raw fruits and vegetables, while in winter they consume dried apricots, sprouted cereals, and sheep's cheese. In addition, they also eat meats such as lamb and fish. Dr. Robert McCarrison, a Scot, was the first to analyze and describe the population of the Hunza Valley. He highlighted that the Hunza consume a low-protein diet with an average of 1,900 calories daily, including 50 grams of protein, 36 grams of fat, and 365 grams of carbohydrate. According to McCarrison, it is precisely this special diet that allows the remarkable longevity of these people. Unlike neighboring countries that, despite sharing the same climatic conditions, do not have the same diet, the Hunza are disease-free and have a life expectancy twice as long as average. They do not hide their secret and openly recommend their diet, nutrition, and lifestyle. But is it only these factors that make them so long-lived, with a youthful appearance and robust health? The truth is that there are many other ethnic groups that share significant similarities with the Hunza. In the Hunza Valley, there are ethnic groups that age slowly and easily reach 90 or 100 years old. For example, some African tribes and black populations have individuals who, at age 60, appear to be at most 45 or 50 years old. In addition to African ethnicities, we can mention some East Asian ethnicities, such as Taiwanese, Chinese, and Japanese, who also age slowly. Speaking of languages, the main ones spoken in the Hunza Valley are Burshasky, Waki, and Shina. Most Hunza speak Burshasky, a language isolate with no known connection to other languages of the world. This linguistic feature not only highlights the cultural uniqueness of the Hunza, but also reflects their long history of geographical and cultural isolation. The literacy rate in the Hunza Valley is over 95%. This high rate is a result of community schools offering high-quality education, and the influence of Aga Khan contributed to the construction of universities of higher education, especially benefiting girls. Historically, the Hunza area and present-day northern Pakistan have experienced mass migrations, conflicts, and resettlements of tribes and ethnicities over the century. The Shina town is the most prominent in regional history. Historical traditions have been passed down orally from generation to generation. The Hunza Valley is also home to the Samaki, who migrated from northeastern Afghanistan beginning in the 19th century. Most of the residents of Hunza belong to the Ismaili sect of Islam and believe that Aga Khan is their religious and transcendent figure. He is considered the greatest promoter and contributor to the success of literacy and general well-being of the people of Hunza and the valley itself. The ruling family of Hunza is called Ayesha. The two states of Hunza and Nagar were formerly one, ruled by a branch of the Sheris. the ruling family of Gilgit, whose seat of government was in Nagar. The first Muslims arrived in the Nagar Valley about 1,000 years ago, during the time of Imam Islam Shah, 30th Imam of the Ismailis. After the introduction of Islam in Gilgit, he married the daughter of Traun of Gilgit, who bore him twin sons named Mlat and Giras. From the former descends the present ruling family of Nagar. The twins are said to have shown hostility towards each other since their birth. Unable to resolve the question of succession, his father divided his estate between them, giving Giras the northwest bank and Mlat the southeast. International interest in the Hunza, an enigmatic people who inhabit the picturesque Hunza River Valley in northern Pakistan, is fueled by their fascinating history, distinctive culture, and reports of exceptional health and longevity. Located between the majestic mountains of the Himalayas and Karakoram, the Hunza have captured the imagination of travelers, researchers, and curious people around the world. Have you heard about the people of Hunza and their incredible longevity and excellent health? Write here in the comments if you have heard of them, and also leave in the comments, who is the oldest person you know? Who are the oldest people you have ever met? May God be with you all, and see you soon. Customs and traditions of the Hunza. The Hunza are not only known for their longevity and exceptional health, but also for their rich cultural traditions and spiritual practices. Marriage is an important event in their society, often organized by the family, with celebrations that can last several days. Music and dance play a vital role in the festivities, reflecting joy and community cohesion. Religion and spirituality. As mentioned above, the majority of the Hunza practice Islam, specifically the Ismaili sect. This form of Islam is known for its focus on knowledge, education, and social welfare. Ismailis follow Aga Khan as their spiritual leader, who has been a driving force in promoting education and development in the region. Ismaili philosophy values the pursuit of knowledge, both spiritual and secular, and encourages harmony between faith and reason. Historical and commercial influences. Historically, the Hunza Valley served as a crucial trade route between Central Asia and the Indian subcontinent. This strategic position brought not only material wealth, but also a rich tapestry of cultural and religious influences. Buddhism, before the arrival of Islam, left indelible traces on the culture of Hunza, visible in archaeological sites and ancient inscription. Sustainable agriculture and diet. Agriculture in Hunza is an ancient practice involving terrace farming techniques, allowing for efficient cultivation in mountainous terrain. The Hunza diet, rich in natural and unprocessed foods, is one of the main reasons attributed to their longevity. During the winter, the Hunza rely on preserved foods such as dried apricots and sprouted grains, while in the summer they consume fresh fruits and vegetables. The absence of processed foods and the presence of a balanced diet contribute significantly to your health and vitality. Biblical comparisons. The longevity of the Hunza often evokes comparisons with biblical figures who lived long and prosperous lives. For example, Methuselah, known to be the oldest person mentioned in the Bible, lived 969 years. Although the Hunza do not reach these ages, their ability to live to 120 or even 140 years in good health is notable and comparable to the longevity mentioned in biblical texts. The importance of water. Another crucial factor for the health of the Hunza is the water they consume. The water in the Hunza Valley comes from melting glaciers, rich in minerals and free of contaminants. This type of water, known as glacial water, is credited with its purity and contributing to the exceptional health of the Hunza. The Bible also highlights the importance of pure water and nature as a source of life, as seen in several passages that emphasize the divine creation of rivers and springs. Education and progress. The emphasis on education among the Hunza is impressive, especially considering the remote location of the valley. Aga Khan's influence has been crucial in building schools and universities. Special attention to girls' education. This progressive approach has not only promoted high literacy rates, but has also empowered women in the region, allowing them to contribute significantly to community development. Community and social cohesion. Life in Hunza is marked by a strong sense of community and social cohesion. People work together on agricultural tasks, cultural celebrations, and community problem-solving. This spirit of cooperation is essential for survival and prosperity in a mountainous and challenging environment. Conclusion. People of Hunza, with their longevity, exceptional health, and rich cultural heritage, provide an inspiring example of how ancient traditions, healthy diet, education, and a strong community can contribute to a long and healthy life. They not only survive in a hostile environment, but also thrive, demonstrating human resilience and adaptability. May God be with you all. See you soon.